Yo, yo. What's up, Andy? You at work or you at home? Yo, what's up, Dave? How's it going? Alright, I think that should work. There we go. You need to get in the Zoom call, Dave. It's been too long. I'll be sending the Zoom link to Rakil's group as soon as he is done. Let me see. Otherwise, it'll just get too confusing in his group. So whenever he's done, let me see. Was kind of what we discussed. Maybe he ended already. It looks like it, yeah. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, good morning. Sorry, I was trying to get the viewer count on the screen. Unless he's not live today? Did I miss an Instagram post? Oh, he ended it? Okay, gotcha. Oh yeah, right here, 9 minutes ago, okay. Alright, yeah, I will send that over then. Can I do London? No. London will never happen. That's when I sleep. And you got Monty doing London. That's it's already being handled very well anyway. Yeah, I would say just go check out Monty for London, because I'm gonna be sleeping. And this looks like if we can't do anything, if this next 30-minute candle in this next 4 minutes doesn't send us somewhere, at least down to here or up over this area, I don't think NYSE Open's gonna do anything, and we're gonna stay here because it looks like NY Open 6. Where you at? Looks like it didn't do anything, so might just be waiting, watching, little planning for tomorrow or tonight if anyone's trading the Asian session. Yep, yeah, Asian session. We are gonna do 8:15 till about, if it ranges, we'll probably stop at 10. I'm not gonna 9:30 or 10 if we stay in the range, because I'm not gonna sit here all morning just to watch it range, but we'll give it till 9:30 to do something. Otherwise, normally we'll go till about 10:30 for the NYSE, and then London will be, or not London, Asian session will be more than likely Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, thank you. All right, perfect. Yo, yep, yeah, we're gonna do some NYSE. There's a lot of good moves in that time, so. And mins, there will be a boom. I hope so. Be nice to see some volume today. I'm gonna grab some coffee though.
Once stood will be a string of fast food restaurants with Bible verses confusingly printed on cheeseburger wrappers and soda cups. Guitar retailers with wonderful overpriced prosumer gear. As far as the eye can see, my God, it'll be beautiful. Check out the Squire Strat I got for $200. What a bargain. These tunes up in the dip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I'll put the shoe up in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. When I'm mobbing
Dad. How are you?
Hey, buddy. How you doing, mate?
Good. We're just finishing up the record. I'm in Berkeley right now.
Oh, that's cool. How's the record going?
It is good. I'm really happy with it. And, you know, I've been listening to a lot of E40 to get in the zone. What did you think of his new album?
Oh, E40, he's awesome. He really represents Bay Area indie rap. You know, he's been around for a while, and he started small, you know, with his East Bay roots, and then he's grown the whole Bay Area and nationwide. And, you know, he's one of the best in the game, buddy.
Chill.
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 Hey, do you sometimes kind of wish I'd gone to law school?
Yo, yo. All right. We are still ranging. So, I mean, open just happened, so we'll see what happens, but I think our best I mean, what do we got here? 8 pips, yeah. Let's check out the 4 hour. I think our best buys are gonna be somewhere excuse me, in this area, if we can get support formed, somewhere down there. Otherwise, buys above here, because then we got a clean move up. Everything going up from here just looks like shit. So I'd rather let it get to here, but we're gonna range, we're not gonna get here. We might inch our way down to here and then another deep wick, but ideally we should respect this low and then head up, because if you look last time we had our really deep drop and then our push up. This one made the deep drop and we never did push up, so maybe we're gonna pull towards it fall back into this area and see what happens. But yeah, if we were gonna go up, this was Friday though. Technically made 4-hour support, but it's also right at, thank you for the subs, it's also just right in this area. So the wait and game. 7th, was that Thursday or Friday? That was Friday. Okay. Daily looks like it wants to come down a little bit. I think we could maybe get down to like get like a tap at like 123.980, but it could bounce out of. I've noticed the daily likes to hit the wicks, so we could be breaking, retesting this area, which also would line up with that 4-hour support. So we look at the cursor and we take it all the way to the left. We're also hitting this. So if we respect this 4-hour support, I think it'll be kind of like a daily touch of these wicks here, and then a move back up to the high. If we get below the support, then I think we're gonna come touch the bodies, because that 4-hour support should kind of be our last thing stopping us from getting back down into this area and wherever that daily area was at. What up, Ali? Nyse, hello, hello. I don't think it'll do too much. Well, then the other thing I'm kind of looking at to see which way we might break is 2 4-hours both made higher lows, but we have no higher high. And when we go up, an uptrend, price makes higher highs and higher lows. So far we got 2 higher lows, potentially 3 if that one doesn't go lower. Now all we need the higher high, and price will probably break to the upside. It's just if we break to the upside right from here, we kind of run into this mess. Well, not the most ideal spot to get in. I don't want the candles to sort of expand up, come back, form a support, and then take it to the high. Something like that would be ideal. Kind of a nice move up to really clear out this garbage traffic, give us some fresh, clean, nice moving candles, something like this. That would be more ideal than trying to trade out of any of this. AJ's moving. Oh wow, yeah. Did you get in that, Curtis? Just trying to go up. Look at that. Wonder why GJ's moving, EJ's not. Austin, did you get that figured out? Watching, gotcha. Yeah, it's Monday, no rush. Especially when it's moving like this. AJ's moving well though. But I think if it came back It looks like it's coming into resistance. It looks like it already tapped it almost.
Yeah, I think I got it figured out.
Did you close the position and you thought it went away, or did it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because once you click it, it's gonna disappear. But then if you look in the
account history down here.
Yep, you'll find it.
Yeah, I did.
Yep, perfect. And journal those trades, and then this week we'll do another one. I think there's 3 of us now, so.
Oh, really?
Or well, 4 including myself, but 3. Javon's friend.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Javon told me that he worked first shift, so it might be a little hard for us, to get together, but
maybe on weekends, on Sundays when we do the groups.
yeah.
I got GJ on the 4-hour. All right. Got going on 4-hour. I really like this 1-hour support. Don't think we're gonna break all these levels to get here, but I do really like that support. Oh yeah, 4-hour. So far we got 2 higher lows. This one is a higher high. And we get another higher low and potential. Did that break? Oh yeah, it kind of broke. So the only thing with that, Andy, is when we see this on the 30-minute, we see this candle break above and then drive back and fill that wick. So we'll just have to make sure we are kind of closing above here and then making higher highs and higher lows again. And it's not just kind of doing that thing it always does on the 30-minute. GJ's the play. What do we got on the 30? Yeah, I don't like the traffic we're going into on the 30 though. Yeah, I saw GJ. I just don't like where it's going. In first resistance, potentially 12 pips. If we get in perfectly right here, which if this closes above, it looks like the entry would be above here, which is then a 5 pip target, maybe 10. GJ, I think best buys until we wipe out this traffic to the left are going to be here. So maybe we get a nice move up, come into this resistance, or above here, and then reject somewhere in here. And then we start to come back, make a support, but then we got clean candles to go up. And then once we get above here, we got a nice move up as well. But not expecting GJ to move 52 pips and run all the way through that. Because it would go up, come down, go up, higher highs, higher lows. I'm just not expecting that this morning. Yep, I got you, Clay. 1 second. Job on the buys. Yeah, so just probably gonna be a waiting game because going up or down on the pairs I'm looking at, EJ, GJ. I just don't like what's to the left. I'd like it to make some fresh, good looking traffic. I'm assuming that's why Rokio ended so early, as it was just not doing anything. I wonder if anyone caught the buys on GJ from the bottom. That would have been nice down. Came up real nice. Like GJ might continue up. Maybe a fall back to support. Clean move down and then back up. Keep an eye on it. When we look at the 15, looks like it might be support created. You got this clean candle down, you can maybe ride it up. And it doesn't look bad on the 15 minute. I mean, this is kind of not great. This is a potential issue. This one might have rejected one of those two areas there. But we still have higher lows here. But when you look at the 30 minute and the 1 hour, you can just see that there's nothing yet. Because I mean, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, like 15 hours of just nothing. So I think, what is this, the 9th? Okay, 7th was Friday. This was kind of our resistance that we ended at on Friday. And then it looks like this is the support we've created now since open. So we just need to get out of here. So let the hourly candles kind of do something, and then scale into your 30 minute to find that entry. Oh, they caught buys in this stream? Nice. Yeah, I figured they might have. I looked at it, and I didn't even look at GJ this morning when I got up. I looked at EJ at 5 and I saw this and I was like, yep, I'm going back to bed. Not even gonna waste my time. But if I saw GJ, that'd have been expo right there. Gotcha. I mean, maybe sales from here would have played out, but that's 4, 5. Okay, yeah. I probably, it looks like maybe under here to here was the idea. That might have. Lots of nonsense. Look at gold. I will check out gold. Oh. I hope someone's in buys.
I'm in buys.
Nice.
The move down was because of the jobs report on Friday.
Yeah.
And so, like we always talk about, it hasn't changed the fact that it's still uptrend, right? Buy every dip again.
Yeah, respected that once it created support initially after the move down, it didn't hit higher lows every time.
And I was telling the group this morning in the chat, the higher timeframes are even more bullish now. So you'd still continue to buy dips until that changes, and it hasn't.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, I think if you were looking at gold, I mean, even if I was looking at this, I wasn't going to take it. I still want to watch gold for a few more months to get my feel more comfortable enough to do it. But I think this hourly bullish candle, if this low was respected, which it was, and the high was broken, which it was, I should go up. But then the only issue is this resistance here. So if you're anticipating a break of that, kind of, I mean, I don't use these, but it's kind of wedging itself into the triangle. Looks like every time it touches resistance, we get a higher low every time, which means that we're more than likely going to break to the upside. Then once this one got up into here, so once you notice that we get into resistance and we come down, kind of make lower highs, and then this one pushed up into it, closed, a little bit longer of a wick. So if we got above there, I bet on the 30-minute that's a bearish candle, or not. Oh yeah, it was. Okay, here.
Just remember last month, the jobs report came out with 4.5 million jobs last month. Gold dipped again, and then what did it do the rest of the month?
Probably went up.
It went up, so that's the same pattern. It dipped again because of the report, and now it's going to continue to go up and probably break the high this time.
That would be nice. What is the high at now?
I think it was 2085 or 2079, somewhere around there. I'm
Oh, gee.
positive.
That's funny. Everyone's like, oh, we're going to tap 2,000, and then gold's just like, nah, we're going to tap 20.
Yeah. So I think it's going to retest the high now. Again.
Yeah, okay, so EJ actually did something. This is well, I'm on 50. Okay, I was so. All right, so when we read the candles, typically on the 30-minute, when we see this, if the traffic to the left is good, this is a trade. But this is why we got to know what's going on these higher time frames. So we see a higher low and a higher high, kind of a weaker bullish close underneath. Typically on the 30-minute, if this sets up and we break that 30-minute low, the traffic to the left is good. That's a perfect sell opportunity right there. This looks like ING. You see we broke all the lows and then we came back up, but we know there's this really good 4-hour area here. So stuff like that, you got to make sure if you are doing the kind of what I do and what I think a good amount of people do, is you wait for those highs and lows to break to enter. You got to make sure what's to the left is good, because otherwise this happens. And in sessions like London and New York, where there's lots of volume, that's going to wick you out so hard. In Asian, it takes a little longer to happen, but in this session, that's why what's to the left is so important, because you see once we got below, as soon as we hit here, we ripped up all the way. So what's up, Gerzat? So that's why you got to know what you're looking for, where your targets are, and that they make sense. As you see, we came down here once, twice, 3 times. You could say 4 times, and now a 5th time. We're still respecting it, so you got to wait till it breaks. Even though we were seeing lower lows happen, which is what you can anticipate to break, now that we have that first tap into it, if we see a lower low below that, then that increases the chances of price breaking. So you notice every time we had that initial tap in level, made a higher low and came up. Initial tap, higher low, came up. We'll say this one, and then about the same. Not much of a higher low, but not really a lower low either. Came up. Now we tapped in here, so ideally we shouldn't break below here unless we're breaking through. Would be how you look to kind of anticipate that break of support. And it's kind of the same thing with the resistance as well. Once we get that push up, get higher lows every time we come down. Push up, higher lows, push up. And this is just ranging, so we can't even really count this. But when we were moving, every time we came up, that initial tap we make up there, every time made a higher low. And you know that's not going to break then. So now that we got our tap, lower low, if this breaks, I think we break this level here on the 4-hour, and we fill this wick here. There's now the 4-hour, right? Lower high, lower high, lower high. But we also had higher low, higher low. Now we got a lower low. So as long as we stay under this, I think we'll keep coming down unless we stay in this range. And then I think we're not going to go anywhere. I'd say we're going to be stuck. So So if we have a lower low, so I think the chances of coming down are much greater. But if we're ranging, gonna dance, and we're probably gonna stay in between. So that's what I'm always looking at when I'm trying to anticipate a break of support or resistance. After that initial tap into the support or resistance, if we're gonna respect it, unless it does those occasional kind of screw you wicks, you get lower highs if it's resistance or higher lows if it's actually support. You don't get, price doesn't make support making lower lows and lower highs. That doesn't make sense. 9 o'clock. What's up, Burns? Yeah, if you guys caught gold, that was very nice. That even if I did see it in time, I would have just let it go. That looks beautiful. Where's your mic at, Andy? Come on now. Wow. Oh, gotcha. Yep, yeah, so I'm gonna do the Nyse, so we'll start about 8:15 and go till about 10:30. But if we stay in this range, we're gonna call it a little bit early today. Because there's no point in sitting here for an extra hour to watch it range. Go start our day. But if we're moving, we'll stay till about 10:30. You see GJ's kind of respecting resistance. EJ's bouncing off support, still in this area here. We need some expansion in the candles to do anything. But if we push and we break above here, or if we push up and we come back and form a support, I like that. So we'll see what happens in, time is it 9? We'll see what happens in the next 30-45 minutes or so. But the fact that, where was London? So London had no volume, just ranged. NY open, no volume, just ranged. Now NYSE open, the last bit of volume we should get, still nothing. So the fact that none of those sessions could do anything, probably going to be a good idea to wait till it does something. So I think probably London, if Asian doesn't move, Asian hasn't moved in like 5 weeks, I would anticipate Asian to just not move again until it does start moving. I would say London would be your next best opportunity for good volume. I think Sharma was going to pop on at some. UJ had a nice move. Looks like GJ had decent moves. EJ just was terrible, but looks like GJ didn't have. GJ had some ish moves.
That won't give me snake eyes if I'm holding eyes. I hold the temple down with the wrong day. Golden eye, calling all my ladies who like to rock the cosplay. We can take it back to my place and have a little soiree, a party, partake a little gaming and get and gone, girl. You know we do. It's all like
Yeah, daily on GJ. If we're gonna fall down, we are hitting this heavy resistance here. Gotta respect this previous daily high if we're coming down, because if not, if we break that high, give a higher low, and by breaking that high it may kind of invalidate this entire bearish move. So if we're gonna come down, I don't see us to break above that daily bearish candle. So it kind of went up at a resistance here, close above, close back underneath with a lower low below Oh yeah, but below 2 daily candles. So we got a lower low, lower high. If this one's coming down, we should make a lower high and lower low. GJ should drop. But 4 hours just looking nonsensey. So, but GJ, whenever it does this candle specifically, it'll leave a really long wick and then it gets kind of a weak close on 30-minute. It wicks above it, then it drives back and fills the wick. So I'm kind of waiting to see if that's gonna what it's trying to set up for. Still closing under resistance. Mark that. Yeah, then we'll be falling back to support. Bias for G. Right now, I think we're ranging, but I would say I think we can go bearish and get down to this support again. I'm kind of expecting this to come back and fill the wick, but this 4 hour kind of established its low, so we need to come break that. Throw a mark on it and see what that looks like. So under that candle, hourly. Thank you for the sub. It's exciting. I think New York's gonna be fun. If we close underneath here, up Logan, thank you. Yeah, I think morning sessions are gonna be a lot more fun. It's gonna fit my schedule a lot better. I'll have evenings with family, friends, or if I just want to play video games all night and be alone, I can do that. I think it's gonna be for everything, as well as should have some better trades. We should be getting some good moves. But yeah, I think if we obviously we gotta respect this high because we've now tapped in, but we also tapped in here. So this was, like I was saying earlier, we kind of got our initial tap, but we got a higher high, higher low. But what we see on the 4 hour, this really, really long wick, kind of a weak bearish close, and on the 30-minute, all the time, it'll break above, then it drives back down. So I think that's very probable happen. If it ranges, then ever. But if we move straight and we move solid, I think we'll that wick feels possible. But got to make a lower high. Close bearish, obviously close bearish under here, we get a lower low, and then another lower high and lower low. And this is the low the 4 hour has kind of established so far. So I don't really like this graphic here. I'd rather just kind of watch this play out. Maybe if we push back down to here and we form another support, that would be a really nice. I think that would be 4 hour here. That's kind of near our 4 hour wick. So I think the 4 hour wick is this guy here. So if we come down and we get support in this area again, and we respect this previous 4 hour low, we have a higher high, higher low, we'd have a higher low again. Then I think that would be that'd be a good buy opportunity down here. Support down here. I think that would be good. Gotta respect the low. If we get support here but we break the low, kind of invalidates what I'd be looking for. What's up, Desmond? Coming, John. McHugh, I'm gonna pull that up, but you gotta send a chart as well for the future. but it's our first stream, and there's literally nothing going on right now.
Hey, Paul, do you want to pull up the US 30 for a minute? There was a couple of people asking about that.
Yeah, 1 second.
I can annotate if you want.
Yep. Yeah, let me hit CJ real quick.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
4 hour looks bullish. I would say we're bullish. Pulling back right now. Once you get a support, the 4 hours kind of what I'm looking at. 1 hour. Looks like this is probably pulling back here. Maybe just making a bottom wick. That's a new hourly open, so careful with that first 15 minutes for the sub. Yeah, I'm thinking these morning sessions will get more viewers than Asian session once people know that they're going on. And then it looks like hourly has a nice ride up to here. Already kind of filled this wick. Good there. 30-minute, what are we looking at? So if this 30-minute goes up, obviously you're gonna need to kind of close above here. But if you do come down and you make support on this line, that's that 1 hour support, I think you're good to push that wick fill and then get up to here, which would be a nice target. So if you got to kind of respect this low and then get support here, and then higher highs, higher lows go up. Or if you get it above here, if this closes kind of weak bearish above here, you get a break above, then it looks good for a wick fill as long as you get higher lows as well. So that's what I look at on C. US 30. What we got?
Can you go to the daily?
Look at that clean traffic.
So that's what we were just talking about. We're talking about a clean break of this level right here, right? Gives you all this area up here to start buying. So if we break above enough, then pull back, there's your buy. But we want it to break above it a little bit more, right? And then you have a clear traffic up into here, and then possibly the high. So if we can get a clear break of this level right here that we kind of, and this will help the GJ too, because it should follow the GJ. If we get a clean break of that and then pull back, we should be loading up on some buys. So I've been buying it all morning, just quick buys. But what was that?
I was just saying that looks incredibly bullish.
Yeah, if we, I mean, that level, if we break another 30 or 40, then pull back, I definitely be loading up on that.
That's kind of what I'm waiting on GJ or EJ is a push up and then a fall back, make a support, and then get in.
Yep, and gold did the same thing. We're hitting those levels we talked about in gold this morning. At 39 and 45 is what we talked about before, I think before you started really talking. But so
yeah,
everything's looking good. It's going back in the direction it was going before the news, right?
Yep.
So anyway,
looks good.
Now, Curtis, that was the US 30, and now this is gold.
Yep,
we did the US 30 for a minute and gold. All right.
Looks like gold's heading up into here. I'd say I was gonna scroll left, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing recent to the left. I think that's what 2013 was the last time. Right?
You can just look at those last couple candles. There's nothing to the left.
Yeah, so this needs to come down.
And look at this again. We always talk about this right here. Look at those candles. What do they look like? They're longer. Those tails are longer than the body.
Yep.
So you're starting to get momentum again. You have this here. You have this here. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows again. Starting to form. So that's doing this. So the push up is probably going to be what happens.
Yeah, but is gold had volume this morning?
It's gone up.
Now NYSE has volume. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and this is the best time for gold. This is like we talked about last week. This is the time I do 90% of my stuff is in this time frame right now.
Yeah, I like this. I like this session.
So I got in at 2031, and then I bought again at 2023. And then this morning I woke up and I took out my 2031 in profit. And I'm holding my 2023 position, and I have my stops in profit. So we'll see how they go.
Like it's still moving. I mean, I think the next stop is going to 2060.
Yeah.
Before we see a potential retracement, maybe from here, but I think we're good. I think we're gonna get a little higher.
I really think you could see 2100 in the next couple days.
2300.
2100.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say 2300. I don't know gold, but that feels
No.
like a stretch.
No, 2100 for sure. I think.
Hey man, we'll see. I don't think anything's possible with gold. Like GJ's trying to push up. GJ trying to do anything though? No. Yeah, not a fan of anything yet. I'm gonna see some nicer moves. 231 viewers slightly climbing up. Lam or Ron, I don't know how to say that. I didn't change my trading time, I changed the streaming time. So I'm always trading at this time, normally just with the subscription or mentorship group, which we trade this session together in the morning to New York, and then basically from like 5:30 to 10 a.m. pretty much. So this is not a new trading time for me, but it's a new streaming time. You see 2400. Oh, and G. AT, our first chart. Get out. Wrong chart, my friend. Yep, yeah, I liked it. This is my favorite session, so worked out all the particulars and no issues with anyone or anything, so should be smooth. Am I still streaming Asian? So for now, Asian session is gonna be limited due to lack of any sort of volume period. So for now, I'm thinking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll do it for about an hour. Tuesday, I'm still kind of deciding on, because then with switching to this session and then still doing Asian, that didn't really free up my time like I was planning. So maybe just Wednesday, Thursday, but once it starts moving again, we might jump on it like we used to for probably like an hour and a half, right at open again, and just see if we can catch something. So we'll see. Everything's kind of in test mode right now. We're gonna see how this NYSE session goes. People show up, if we're getting some good trades, which I think we're going to get very good on both. But and then we're just waiting for Asian session to start moving again. So since it is kind of the least optimal session to trade, when it moves and it moves proper, there's good enough opportunity to take a trade that's worth the risk. But right now, not. So we're gonna wait till it starts moving again, and then once it starts moving, probability of trades being better will increase. Then we'll start trying to take some trades on it. But for now, it's just a matter of gotta wait till it's done. Once it starts moving. Wrong chart. All right, here we go. Second time the charm on the. J closes bullish. Next one. The next one breaks. Yeah, that'd be a nice play up. We got higher low still, and if you get another one and a higher high, I think that makes a lot of sense to get back up there. Maybe even up to here. That looks good. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Yeah, GJ looks like it's gonna keep going up. Guys from there were the play. As long as we can stay above. If this breaks above here, I think we're gonna keep going. But if it doesn't break this and we close back bearish, I think the 4 hour is gonna do what we were talking about, where it wicks above, comes back down. But if we stay above and we can at least respect this support and then higher highs, higher lows, we're gonna be good to keep going. And then daily will probably disrespect that bearish candle, but then when we get into this, then we just wait. So I think I wait for the 30-minute close. What happens? Garbage.
And now, a poem by Hans Mollman. I think that I shall never see. My cataracts are blinding me. Hans Mollman is his name, aka Ralph Mellis. She's a stone cold player. Artie Ziff was mad jealous when he dated Selma first. Plus he's only 31. Drinking ruined his life. It's such a sad story, son. Got a knife in his cane and a fire in his loins. The indie movie star who took a football to the groin. Burns thought he was a leprechaun, drilled him in the head. Slept with Lars Ulrich's grandmother, then chilled with her in bed. He's more metal than Metallica, though that's not so hard. Homer drove him off the cliff, so impatient in his car. He was hauling Poe's house, just another day for Hans. But he's back on his feet, cause he's the mother flipping man. You know there's no escape from the fortress of the moles. He's been burnt, run over, buried, but he's still on a roll. He's been radiated, detonated, heartbroken twice. The Lazarus of Springfield, always coming back to life. His name is Mollman, Hans Mollman. You can't keep Hans Mollman down. He's the bad luck Brian up 920 Oak Grove. Hipster glasses so thick and brown. Mollman, Hans Mollman. You can't keep Hans Mollman down. Cause he's trying out for Poochie while he's waiting on his kidney. He's the talk of the whole darn town. Have you seen his green pants? Have you seen his new shirt? He wasn't yelling boo, he was yelling blue urns. Attacked by Roomba robots gone anthropomorphic. He's part Trippy the dog and part Kenny McCormick. He was riding on his Harley on the cover of his bio. Crashing the planet hype, yeah, he's been up there for a while. He was texting Homer, hit him, well surprised, he survived. He's twice as cool as Wheelhouse, though he can't really drive. Have you ever felt crushed by the weight of the planet? If you have, let me tell you that Hans Mollman understands it. You've gotta get up, you've gotta put on your tie. Lace up your orthopedic shoes and look up at the sky. And say, hey, solar race, today you won't burn me up. Keep that Mollman PMA, you can break out of that rut. Cause when you're stuck in the snow, when you're starting to turn purple, just remember Hans Mollman when the wolves start to circle. Mollman, Hans Mollman. You can't keep Hans Mollman down. Cause he's like cowabunga dudes with a skateboard in his hand. Hipster glasses so thick and round. Mollman, Hans Mollman. You can't keep Hans Mollman down.
What's good? All these years later, it got me screaming like, life is gorgeous and you add to the scenery, but I'm not sure of what you mean to me. I ain't known of you for some time, but it don't take a whole day to recognize sunshine, so I gotta know, yeah, I gotta know. Are you looking for a DD on the honor roll with a lot of dough that's always down to go? Or do you just want someone with common goals? Are you looking for one man or one night? Someone who stays or leaves before the sunlight? This ain't a courtroom, no judgment from me, but the jury's out. I need a testimony. Have you been with a rapper before? If I came to your city, would you see me on tour? Said I had a metaphor, but I think I'm at a 10, so there's something I gotta ask before the night ends. Why don't you just come on over? Why don't you just stay with me? Said I can give you more than everything you need. What's he got that I don't got, girl? Give me just a thing or two. I don't have all the answers, but there's no question what we should do. Are you high on life? Are you down to your luck? Do you wanna make out, babe? Or do you wanna maybe lay under the stars and just stare up at affection? The night said that it's young and I'm relaying the message. Feeling good? Or down to your luck? Do you wanna make out, babe? Or do you wanna maybe lay under the stars and just stare up at affection? Don't think long, these are simple questions like I just really wanna love you, and I just want you here with me tonight. Are you high on life? Are you down to your luck? Do you wanna make out, babe? Or do you wanna maybe lay under the stars and just stare up at affection? The night said that it's young and I'm relaying the message. Why don't you just come on over? Why don't you just stay with me? Said I can give you more than everything you need. What's he got that I don't got, girl? Give me just a thing or two. I don't have all the answers, but there's no question what we should do. I don't have all the answers, but there's no question what we should do.
Oh my god, I never thought I'd ever hear MGMT again. But guess who popped up on the Yo Gabba Gabba Spotify station yesterday?
She's late for baby yoga, but she's looking hella fly. Breastfeeding out in public, catching everybody's eye. With her brand new Orbit stroller and her probiotic smoothie. I hope was checking prices on that tasty vegan sushi. With that Adbusters mag and her artisan toast. She's always shopping local and avoiding GMOs. Scoping out the Lululemon infant line on her phone. Using Amazon Mom, cause she's always on the go. Watching girls on HBO really takes her back.
Abulani, they do. And I've had no issues yet. Today you come to this stream and you no longer see that FTMO thing there. And you're gonna see plenty of you can see plenty of stuff on my Instagram as well. So you guys see that. Everything is smooth. Oh. Nope, I was just getting some more coffee and some food. This price isn't doing anything, so
Is breast milk vegan?
chilling right now anyway.
Can I call you back in a bit? I have to Skype my lactation consultant.
She looks so good when she shops organic, cause she cares about her baby.
I think tomorrow will be a lot better. Yep, exactly. Protein and NY Open is 7 a.m. CST. The NYSC is 8:30 CST. Nope, no trades this morning. I have not done anything because if I would have saw GJ, I would have definitely taken these buys down here. Made higher highs, higher lows. Probably got in right above this guy here. Stop loss here. Measure it first at. Yeah. Or if anything, I would have got in above this bearish candle to take a buy up. But when I woke up this morning, I got up at 5. Saw EJ doing this. So I just went right back to bed.
This one's for every beautiful has-been. The loves of past, future, and my present, presented to me delicately pressed into a memory. I can feel the brush inside my mind, painting what one might look like lying on the sofa and another just plain lying, a previous me crying for lack of proper goodbying. And it's also for you.
Oh, thank you, Gurjot. You're so sweet.
You who
What a sweet young lady that is.
gender recycle or trash bins.
Oh, sweet young lady.
Goes where? I guess it depends on where it ends, if it ends. If there was ever really a chance that it's the end of summer, but we can still be friends.
155. I don't know. I know the 100K 630 USD and the 50K aggressive is 630. Well, Joe, nope. No trades yet. Probably not gonna be taking any. Just I don't know, movement. Yeah, I was kind of eyeing up these sells earlier, but it was just too rangy. Once we broke this 30-minute low, that made sense to come down. Because if we do some candle reading, got higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Then we got lower high, got resistance. And when we make resistance, we make lower lows, lower highs, got lower low, lower high. Came down to support, but it was, I think it was a 5 pip risk for a 5 pip reward if we took it to support, which would be the intelligent play. It looks better now, but it just didn't make sense to anticipate a breakthrough here into here and then a wick deeper past this stuff. Especially with how it was moving all session. Didn't make any sense. Played out now, but still just no way to really, not gonna hope we break through levels to hit a target. Victory, the Asian session, I posted it all on my Instagram, so Asian session's gonna vary based on how it moved. So if it starts moving really well this week, might be more Asian sessions next week. Doesn't move at all this week, probably be limited Asian sessions again. So, oh, this thing's moving down really nice. 138,950. Oh, he's breaking out. Hourly doing. Boy, look at that.
Give a knowing smile, because love is all mistakes and perfection in equal parts. And if I've ever seen one, love is a work of art.
930. Sub MB, thank you. Joe, I like it a lot. Feels more comfortable. We haven't done anything yet, but it still feels more comfortable. So I think it'll be fun. I think it's gonna be a lot easier to break those 1K live view do that giveaway than in a session. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, I got you, Keith. So the buy on GJ, I would have taken if I saw GJ, but I only checked out EJ. So it would have been above this bearish candle here. 30-minute. So we got clean traffic up. So if we get rid of everything, what we could have said, and what would have probably made sense with the candles we saw, was we had this former support, broke through, and are retesting it, and we went bearish. When we go bearish, like we were saying earlier, we make lower lows, lower highs. We're bearish with a lower low and a lower high, but we have support down here as well. So then the trade idea would be, if we're coming down, we break this low and respect this high. If this is kind of forming a support here, and price is going to go up to the high again, then we would see a higher low and a higher high, which is exactly what we saw. Price broke above a bearish candle and continued to measure that and see if that's even. I'm a 6 pip risk. Oh yeah, I would have taken that for sure. But I didn't look at GJ, and I didn't, so it doesn't matter. But if I did, that's what I would have been looking for, is looking at those candles. We went bearish at a potential area, since we did like a little break, maybe test, fall to the low, maybe break that low and hit here, stronger support. Oh, just made higher high, higher low, higher low. Now I'm trying to make higher high, be a higher low, go back up. Hopefully that makes sense. Check out ECAD. Hi, Gerjot. Getting all bossy. Oh yeah, that wick was filled now. Might push back up for a little retest. Hourly looking like. Yeah, it's kind of had to hit this 4-hour support. Not officially hit it though. Go a little deeper. Daily. It's in a heavy daily area though. If it breaks this low here, then we got lower low, lower high. We'd have a lower low. Probably continue down a little bit and then pull back up for lower high.
This dude named Schrodinger put cats inside a box. Someone please call PETA. That's quite unorthodox. Is the Heisenberg uncertainty principle all in effect? Zombie cats, both alive and dead. Well, what did you expect? When deciphering the binary, the waveform goes away. If you measure probability of specific quantum states, you can't know a priori how an atom might behave. Yet through this observation, the universe is changed. What? I've never seen a cat like that. Schrodinger, I'm sorry, but you might get slapped. Well, you won't get slapped.
There, Clay. Thank you for the sub. Gate it. DJ, what are we doing? One-hour support could be. Daily. I think we're coming down to 4-hour support. But you gotta be aware of the time, 9:30. Maybe got another hour of good volume left, but we didn't really have any all session, so gotta kind of interpret that how you see. We didn't have volume for any of those sessions, and typically when we do have volume, we'll kind of stay pretty decent until about 10:30, 11 a.m. Central Time. But it's going to be a little bit lower than those morning times. Gotta see. Alright though, it's 9:30. I don't see much happening. I'll get on with my day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. About 8:15 Central Time. Hopefully we'll have some movement and get a full session until 10:30.